Chapter 9. The Virtue of Self-Control. He who rules himself is greater than he who conquers a city. Proverbs 16:32. True power begins where reaction ends. In a world obsessed with control over others, the greatest revolution is mastering yourself. Self-control is not suppression. It's sovereignty. It's the moment when your mind stops being a battlefield and becomes a kingdom ruled by clarity. The strong conquer others. The wise conquer themselves. Tao Te Ching, the paradox of freedom. Most people misunderstand freedom. They think it means doing whatever you want, whenever you want. But that's not freedom. It's dependency on impulse. Freedom is not the absence of rules. It is the mastery of rules within yourself. It's when your desires obey your reason, and your reason obeys your values. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." That is the Stoic definition of sovereignty. You can't always control what happens, but you can always control how you act, think, and speak. And that's where all real power lives. Self-control, the architecture of the soul. Imagine your mind as a city. Your emotions are the citizens, passionate, chaotic, alive. Your thoughts are the streets, structured, directional. Your reason is the ruler, not a tyrant, but a wise governor. When reason governs with justice and patience, the city thrives in peace. But when emotion revolts and reason sleeps, chaos reigns. That's the human condition until discipline arrives. Discipline is not the destruction of passion, but the organization of it. Order is not the death of emotion, it is its redemption. The Stoic formula for self-mastery: perception. See things as they are, not as your fears describe them. Decision. Choose your response according to virtue, not impulse. Action. Do what aligns with your highest principle, not your mood. This formula is timeless and neurological. Every moment of conscious pause activates your prefrontal cortex, the very seat of human will and moral reasoning. Each time you choose restraint, you literally strengthen the neural circuit of virtue. Self-control is not just a moral choice. It's a physical rewiring of power. The biblical perspective: dominion over the flesh. The Bible treats self-control as a divine quality. A man without self-control is like a city broken into and left without walls. Proverbs 25:28. In this image, the mind without discipline is vulnerable to every invading thought and emotion. But with control, the walls are rebuilt, strong, luminous, protective. Christ himself modeled divine restraint. When provoked, he responded with silence. When insulted, he forgave. When threatened, he remained centered. That is the highest demonstration of power: calm authority under pressure. The neuroscience of discipline. Every impulse begins in the limbic system, the primal brain that says, now. Self-control begins in the prefrontal cortex, the evolved brain that says, wait. When the prefrontal cortex wins, you feel dignity. When the limbic system wins, you feel regret. Each act of restraint, each pause before reacting, each kind word instead of harshness, is a micro act of neuroplasticity. You're teaching your brain who's in charge. Every choice you make writes a new pattern in your nervous system. Over time, the pattern becomes personality, and your personality becomes destiny. Discipline versus suppression. There's a vital difference between control and constriction. Control is conscious choice. Constriction is fear of emotion. The Stoic does not deny his feelings. He feels everything, but acts only from what is wise. That is not repression. It's refinement. Self-control is emotion